Well, if you're lucky, you'll find yourself here at the United Methodist Home for Children, located in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, a special place where young hearts get new starts. The United Methodist Home for Children has been changing children's lives for the better since 1917 by providing food, shelter, education, and medical care for children in need.
1917, 92 years ago, the Methodist Church saw a need to look after disadvantaged and at-risk children in central Pennsylvania. They got a charter, opened a home, and soon outgrew that facility in Mechanicsburg, moved to what was then a farm, built cottages in the mid-1920s, and for over 80 years we've been in this location with several cottages looking after children. Just today, just like back then, we are serving children with a different set of needs. Today, most of our children come to us, they've been abused, abandoned, sometimes just outright simply abandoned and neglected children. We work with them to try to help them find a place in society. We are a faith-based institution. We try to instill in them a set of values and moral principles by which to live. We really are literally trying to build their future, give them hope, something to live for, know that there are adults in this world who will stand by them, adults who will care for them, who will love them, nurture them.
I like how the area is so peaceful. I like our education, our surroundings. I like how they help you here if you need anything, and they show you how to be independent.
But it's really been a wonderful experience to have seen the home grow from when some of these kids were originally here to the kids that are coming in every day.
A roof over your head and a hot meal means a lot when you sit at the end of the day and realize you didn't have those before. You may have had them on occasion, and I think it's terribly important that those things do not get shuffled under the carpet, so to speak, because they are probably the most simple things that we can provide children.
I'm really close to staff. They feel, they're kind of close to our age, so it's not like they're father figures, but they're more like brothers and sisters to us. And I can tell them things, and I just feel really close to them. And the other residents, I can tell them things, and they feel like my family, so it's really nice to me.
What we've seen is that the increase in the abuse that the children have suffered, as well as neglect, as well as increased emotional problems, has really quadrupled.
We do everything for these children as if they were our own children and our own families. So from getting them to school in the morning, getting them breakfast, to getting them off to school, providing lunches in the summertime. We encourage activities at school. We have a fleet of vehicles and vans that just are on the go constantly, taking these children where they need to go, to doctor's appointments, to band practice, or to football practice, or to basketball practice.
Shelters vary from program to program. We generally in Cumberland County, with the children that we see coming into care, we're looking for a more family type atmosphere.
Before I came here, I was at a shelter. It wasn't this shelter on campus. It was really different. It was kind of like lockdown, and then I came here and it was very more freedom, and it was a very different change. It was hard at first, but I really changed differently, and it's changed me a lot, and I've really grown on the place. And actually I decided to stay till I'm 18. And
because of its central location, it's critical for Adams, Cumberland, Perry, Dauphin, York, Schuylkill, and a lot of central PA kids find their way here.
Right now, the home is like my family because I have nowhere to go. My attitude, it's gotten better. My violence has gotten better. I haven't fought for about 3 or 4 months now. I just like being good now.
Most of our children come to us behind academically because they've been homeless, because they've been living on the streets. We get them caught up to date. We have a tutoring program here. A lot of our children, every marking period, anywhere from 1/4 to 1/3 of our students are actually on the honor roll. And they'll come to us and say, the first time is really remarkable to them. They'll say something like, "I didn't know I was smart."
I want to go to school in Philadelphia at a school called Antonelli and go for photography. I know my goals are to be independent, like after I leave here. So I was gonna be like, we have our goal sheets have independent skills on it. So like if you don't do your chores, you get your points docked for independent skills.
The children's home was a very good place for me, my brother, and my sister. After I grew up here, I went into the Army and then graduated from Penn State, and now I'm a police officer in Carlisle, and I'm a sergeant up there. I've been working up there for about 12 years. The work that is done here by the staff that pretty much has been here for a long time because they're dedicated to the cause, to working with the kids here at the home. I've come down here, like I said, I still know a lot of members of the staff here. They do great work. They try to help these kids out the best they can. And without the home, I don't know where they're going to get placed, especially if they're local kids from right here in Cumberland County.
Before I had anger issues and stuff, so they helped me with that, get better, and strengthen relationships between people.
One of the really most difficult things that a child has to face is transition, moving from one place to another place. Many times they're doing it out of a chaotic family situation.
And the fact is that the facility needs a dramatic upgrade. And 70 years later, 80 years, choose your numbers, any home in America that has a sound foundation is obviously going to need a lot of maintenance to refurbish that. And that's a critical importance to continue the kind of success that we've had here. And the programs will only become more successful as a result of making things more to date.
The buildings are over 3 stories, rooms spread out over 3 floors, multiple kids in a room. That's a system that no longer serves our children as well as it might. We'd like to build new cottages that would be on 1 floor, that would have ample space for programming needs, for interaction, for family-like, create a family-like atmosphere with a large living room and a place to read and to study. But also each child would have his or her own bedroom.
What makes this room kind of problematic is the fact that there's 3 young people who reside in it. So when you have 3 kids who share a room and have to share desks and share other space, you can run into some difficulties, especially when kids have a tendency to have difficulty with their impulses, have challenges in controlling their anger, and have other issues that may just compromise the safety of those individuals.
We are committed to a wonderful program and providing the best we can for the residents that are placed with us. And we see the need.
Yeah, a lot of kids deserve what we get, so more kids can come so we can have a more open environment.
Well, one of the major aspects is to be able to build some new cottages that would be all on 1 floor, that would enable us as staff members to provide better supervision, ultimately enabling us to provide a safe environment and a caring environment. But the big thing would be we'd want to provide a single bedroom for every child so that every child had their own space.
If we can take them and give them some time with some people who care about them and try to teach them the right way and show them that there is other parts of life than getting abused and watching this drug and alcohol and violence on a daily basis, then that is something that we as a society, as people, need to do.
It's important that we have facilities such as United Methodist Home for Children. And it's very important that we have this great public-private partnership, and especially when that's with a faith-based organization.
It means a lot to all different types of kids. It's very important, and it helps a lot of people.
We continue to do what the church asked us to do, and that is to look after the children. We serve children from 20 different counties in central Pennsylvania. And we think this is an important place, and there are not a lot of opportunities for these kids to develop their own faith and to be permitted to be given some instruction along those lines. So we think it's a win-win situation for society, for the children, and for the church. During Hurricane Katrina, the children's home located in New Orleans was absolutely and completely destroyed. We've made a commitment. We believe that children everywhere are important, and we think for our own stewardship, we're going to contribute 10% of the funds that come to us through local United Methodist congregations. That we'll send 10% of that money for the work to help those children in need in Louisiana.
Grace and peace to you. When I think of the United Methodist Home for Children, I think of a place where hope is born. For almost a century, lives have been changed, transformed, given possibility because of the ministry of this most special place. It's a ministry which has met changing needs and continues to do so as we move into this new century. One of the privileges I've had is to meet many former residents of the United Methodist Home for Children. These are now persons who are adults and living their own lives of fruitfulness and have been so blessed by what they received from this place of miracles. We're now moving into the 21st century and expanding the vision of assisting children and youth who deserve compassion and caring. My husband and I have decided that we will support personally this capital campaign. We have a wonderful legacy of hope that has been received by all those who have gone before us and who have given generously. Now, as this capital campaign positions the United Methodist Home for Children into a new century, it is up to us to support this work. A witness to the spirit of generosity of the home is the commitment to tithe the contributions we give to the Louisiana Children's Home, which was devastated by the Katrina disaster. What a wonderful testimony to the generosity and the spirit that pervades the ministry of the United Methodist Home. I encourage you to give generously to build a future for children and youth, to give to this capital campaign, to give not until it hurts, but until it feels good. Give knowing that you are giving hope to children. May God continue to bless the work of this extraordinary ministry and to bless you in your generosity.